Okay, I think I'm going to add this to the underside of my arm right here. I'm going to have the cut go across here. Just because I wanted to show you that you can actually take these things and put them in interesting angles, like on a face or an arm or leg. So we're going to go right across here. First of all, what we need to do is take and clean our area with alcohol. Let it dry for a minute, and then I'm going to add my prosthetic adhesive. So here's my adhesive. I'm going to go ahead and coat it really well. Now I'm going to let this dry for a second, and then I'm going to press this to it. The glue is almost dry. If you add it when it's not totally dry, it won't stick really well. So you really want your adhesive dry. I want it tacky, but not wet. Now I'm going to add this prosthetic to it. I'm planning the area and the angle I want to put it on so I can get it to look good. And as you can see, I'm pressing on one area at a time and then going across. And give it a little bit of pressure. And the pressure will actually adhere it better because you want to make sure all those angles stay on really well. And then you want to peel it up. As you can see, some of it didn't stick right away, but that's okay. I'm going to press it down anyways. And I do have some areas of lift which pull it away from the wound, just like that. And there's some right here too. That was just left over from the mold. And I have the cut now on my hand. I can see under here that I have some that I need to pull away. So there is the cut on my hand now. As you can see, it's a pretty deep gash. That's kind of a cool area for it. So what I'm going to do now is I need to powder it. It's still tacky. So I'm taking my translucent powder, as before, just a little bit, and I'm just going to dab around it just to get rid of the tackiness. So now it's dry. It's very durable. I mean, I just stuck it on and it's super durable. You know, I can actually move my hand around. So let's go ahead now and color this. 99 proof, like I said. And I'm going to go ahead and start with some dark reds. The more you rub on this alcohol palette, the darker and the thicker the paint gets. So I don't want to wash. I would like it nice and dark so I can add the color to it. So I'm going to just go ahead and add colors to all of the cuts. And as before, we're going to work in layers. Okay, those are the cuts. Very simple. You know, I mean, it looks silly right now just because there's no real colors and stuff to it to make it look dramatic. Now I'm going to add some of my depth. Remember the bruising. So I have this alcohol palette here. I'm going to take this color here, which is called teal blue. This is a good vein color that I really like it for, but I'm actually going to use it more now just to add a little bit of bruising. And I'm just going over the surface of all of the cuts, just adding that little bit of bruisiness to it. So there are just two basic colors now. It's starting to come together. It's starting to look pretty good. I'm going to add some more color to it now. I'm looking at some more different color reds. So I'm going to choose some bruised red. That's what this one is right up here. This is a bruised red. Okay, this is my injury palette. This palette over here is my flesh palette, and it's light flesh, but this one is my bruised one. So I'm going to add now some nice darker reds to the cut. But you can see how that blue really just kind of made it all kind of come in a little bit better. And you want to add some of your reds further out away from the wound too, because you know it didn't only affect that area, it affected the whole area outside of it. So now I added some little splatters of red. I'll add a little more here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this. So I'm going to take this little bigger brush now, just with alcohol, and I'm going to take these reds now and I'm going to push them away, just to kind of blend them in a little bit. what that's doing is just adding the bruising a little bit outside of the wound, so it looks more like it blends in better. More bruising to the outside a little bit. I'm just adding just a touch, just for the trauma sake of it. And as you can see, I'm taking some alcohol now and just kind of washing it away, just like that. Now if you want, you can add some blood to the interior of this, which I'm taking some stage blood here, and I'm just going to run it through there a little bit. Just like that. If you want to, take a little bit on your finger and go ahead and just a little smear here and there, just to make it look like it just happened. And there's your wound. There is your gash across the hand using your prosthetic transfer.